How are you getting on?
Oh, better. A little, at least. There's less wounded than there was. Some got better. But there are more and more people in need of treatment. Someone gets kicked by a horse, someone eats something bad, another can't sleep or has the ague. Everyone's got a problem, and it feels like I'm the only one in the whole world who's able to help them. And Matthias, he worries me most of all. Brother Nicodemus helped me to move him here after what happened in Merhoyed. But he's still lying in a fever, and nothing seems to help.
I'm sorry to hear it. To be honest, you look all done in.
I know. I'm constantly on my feet, and when I get a chance to rest for a while, I don't sleep well. I keep having peculiar dreams and waking up. I get up in the morning feeling like I haven't slept at all.
I brought you something.
That's sweet.
I've got a bit of spare.
We certainly could.
I'd like to give you 300.
Thanks, Henry.
You know, I could get you some potion to help
Thanks.
Oh. Well, what do you mean? Peculiar dreams?
The same one. Over and over. In it, the Virgin Mary appears to me.
The Blessed Virgin? Really?
Really. She looks just like in the painting over the altar in Sasau Church. I always dream that I'm back in Scarlet's again. Like before. Before everything.
I understand.
I'm standing at the foot of the hill, with the castle behind me, by the walkway leading to the ore-washing tanks, near the woods. Uncle used to work there. I'm bringing him some food, going towards the pond. Then everything suddenly goes dark. I carry on uphill, along the stone channel up to the mouth of a huge cave. I go inside and the darkness surrounds me. But I keep going, and then I see sitting there in the dark.
Who? Who do you see?
The devil. He scowls at me with these horrible eyes. Then everything becomes engulfed in flames, and I try to flee from them. I run through the cave, but I can't find the way out. I can hear the devil behind me laughing horribly. When I can run no longer, I stop, and the flames catch up with me, and then I die. Then I wake up, still feeling the heat of the flames, and I can't get back to sleep again. All I can do is kneel by my bed and pray until morning.
You said something about the Virgin Mary?
Yes, she's always there with me until it goes dark. She goes to the cave with me, but she doesn't go inside.
And you have that same dream every night?
Night after night. It started some time ago and it never ends.
Have you told anyone about it?
No. No one at all, except for you. I was afraid people would think I was losing my mind.
Right. Well, it does sound a bit, mad.
I know. Sometimes I think so myself. But then, when the dream keeps coming back, I think it must mean something.
Quiet!
You're right. That's no ordinary dream you're talking about.
Exactly. I'm glad you don't think I'm mad. I was thinking, that maybe I should go there, but the truth is, I'm afraid. And anyway, I can't leave here. So, I was wondering, since you're here, whether you wouldn't go there and have a look around for me. You're able to take care of yourself. After all, you've been in battle.
All right. If it means you'll be able to sleep peacefully again, I'll go there, but what exactly do you want me to do there?
I don't know. Just go there and see if there's anything weird there, and then come and tell me.
Of course. Take care of yourself, and I hope things get better. With you and Matthias and everything.
Thanks, Henry.
Blood will be spilt.
Yeah. 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 Ah, there's an entrance up there. Could that be it? Oh, Christ, poor wretch. No doubt he wanted to raise the alarm about the raid on Skalitz, but those bastards got him. Well, this is it. I thought it was supposed to be a big cave. Oh, maybe it's bigger on the inside. Oh, Jesus, something stinks here. Oh, fuck. Jesus Christ. He was only a boy. How in Christ's name did they get here? A shaft leading to the surface. Maybe someone threw those people down here. Yeah. Blood. A lot of it. And it's been here quite a while. Something's very fishy here. It looks like the blood leads to that hut. That's odd. It looks like someone is living here. This is very fishy. All those corpses down below. What in the name of God are you doing here?
I hid here when Scarlet's was raided, and now I'm keeping guard until his lordship returns.
Oh, you belong to the Skalitz garrison?
Yeah. Are you blind or deaf? You thought there was no one here and you could come and loot the place, did you? Well, you thought wrong, you thieving magpie. And you'll answer to cold steel.
But just a minute. I'm from Skalitz, and I know all the guards. I never saw you there.
Then you can't be from Scarlet's, or I'd remember your face.
Oh? Tell me then, what's the name of the miller's daughter?
Yitka.
It's Teresa, you lying bastard.
All right, you got me. I just wanted to hide out here. I figured no one would look for me after what happened. So who sent you here? Yolen of Rocket Sam? On account of me killing his son?
Enough. I'm taking you to Sir Radzig to answer for your crimes.
Ha! Come and get me then. I'll put you underground like the others. Prepare to be purged.
A shield of Sir Radzig's garrison. Strange. God have mercy, this is a small fortune. Fine clothing, armor and weapons. Serious loot. And a cumin faceplate helmet. Interesting. It seems this all belonged to those poor wretches down below.
Yeah.
Do you seriously think you can creep?
Oh.
Surrender!
God be with you, lad.
Sir, my investigation led me back to Skalitz, and I happened across a criminal there. I just wanted to report to you, sir, that I dealt with that murderer. He attacked me and... well, I got the better of him. He won't be doing any more harm to anyone.
That was a brave deed, Henry. Thank you. I see you've been doing an excellent job in my service. I sent a patrol there some time ago, and they never returned.
Farewell. Yeah.
Henry,
What's wrong?
as I said,
I was in that cave that you dreamt about.
Oh? Tell me, what did you find there?
Everything was just like you said. There was a cave, and inside it was hell itself. I've never seen anything so horrible in my life.
And was he there? Surely not.
No. There was no devil there. There was a pile of dead bodies. Murdered. It wasn't a pretty sight, I can tell you. There was this fearsome warrior up above the shaft. He murdered a lot of people and threw their bodies down the shaft to hide them. He went for me too. He fought like a demon, but I overcame him in the end. His reign of terror is over.
Mary, Mother of God, thank you for going there, Henry.
It was nothing. I'm glad I could help you. Anyway, all's well that ends well, right?
I hope so. But, you know what? I had another dream. A different one.
Another one?
Yes, another one. The Virgin Mary appeared to me again, and I think she's trying to give me a message. She's trying to warn us.
Warn us?
Yes, it all makes sense, can't you see? That other dream about the cave, that was a test. Our Lady was testing me, and now she wants to give me a message.
But I was the one who went there, not you.
That's true. But I sent you there. I think that was enough. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had another dream, would I? Our Lady was testing whether I would understand her message.
What message are you talking about?
I'm not sure exactly what Our Lady wants to tell me, but I think I should tell the people, all of them. I can't just keep this to myself.
I don't know. It sounds a bit presumptuous.
No, it all makes sense. Mary, Mother of God, heard my prayers. I prayed every evening that she would heal Matthias, and she answered my prayers. First she tested me, and then, when I passed her test, she appeared to me again. Now I must do her will and pass on her message. And when I've done all she's asked of me, then she will heal Matthias.
Well, when you put it like that, I can see some sense in it. Not that I know much about these things, but I had a strange dream too, not so long ago. It was after Runt nearly killed me in Skalitz. I was back there again, in the middle of all that slaughter. It was dark everywhere, and I was carrying the sword Pa made for Sir Radzig. I had to fight my way through humans who looked like demons of hell. I found my parents, and then I woke up.
You see? It must mean something. These things come to you for a reason.
I suppose. But what do you want to do about it?
I should... Well, like I said, I should go on the town square and tell everyone what Our Lady showed me in my dreams. Won't you come with me? I'd feel so much better if you were there with me.
Rely on me. I'll be there.
Thank you, Henry. Come first thing in the morning and we'll go together. Or if you want, you can rest here. I'll take care of you and wake you up when it's time to go.
Thanks. I certainly could do with a rest.
God be with you. Good morning, Henry. Come on, let's go to the green.
How's life here in Sasau?
Much the same as in Skalitz. That is, before everything. It's quieter now. Most of the work has been done, and everyone is waiting to see what the harvest will be like. Then everyone will be on their feet from dawn to dusk.
I pray it'll be a good harvest, so we have supplies for winter and enough to seed in spring.
God's truth. A couple of bad harvests and we'd be in danger of famine. Well, let's hope it will be good. Every grain counts, especially now, with all sorts of bandits roaming the country, and a great army, too.
I hope Sir Radzig and Sir Hanush get it all sorted out before the harvest.
If those marauders carry on, they'll plunder the whole province. And then where will we be?
The best thing would be to hide the supplies. Bury them underground, so the bandits don't find them.
But what if they threaten the villagers? Most people would be happier to give up their supplies than have their farms burnt down or their livestock herded off.
Livestock can be hidden in the woods. Pa told me about it once.
Maybe. But you can't hide a farmhouse, or whole families. What if they take your children and threaten to cripple them, or the farmers? You can't do much work in the fields with your arms broken. And in the winter, it's even worse. They might as well dig your grave.
Sir Radzig would never allow that to happen, though. He'd come with his garrison, and those bastards who harassed his subjects would soon be hanging from the nearest tree.
I'd be happier, though, if they all moved on and left us in peace.
What if they don't move on, though? Then the only answer is cold steel.
You men and your endless fighting.
How are things with the infirmary? Did they give you a bit more coin at least?
Unfortunately not. They said there'll be no more until St. Havel's Day.
But that's still a long way off.
I know. On St. Havel's Day, the payments come from the surrounding villages and the outlying farms. Some of them are supposed to pay in chickens, eggs, or other things, but a lot pay in groschen. Then they might give us more. Since we're going to the market square, I could buy some meat at the butcher's.
You buy that often? I thought you said you had to save every groschen you can.
That's true, but you wouldn't believe the things those monks think up.
How's that?
You know they're forbidden to eat red meat. It's a sin. Saint Benedict forbade it.
I didn't know that.
Neither did I until recently. But that's not all. The thing is, they have an exception to the rule. They can eat red meat if they're sick, so they recover faster. Then, it's not a sin. So some of them are always coming along with all sorts of ailments. So they can lie around in the infirmary and eat meat. Of course, the monks have precedence, so I have to go to the butcher's. And then, there's not enough money for other things.
Well, well, you learn something new every day.
I've even heard tell that there was a monk who tried to keep pigs in a pond at one time.
Why on earth would he do that?
To prove they're water creatures. The monks are allowed to eat water creatures, you see. Not only fish, but even beavers and the like.
That's good. I'd never come up with something like that. And how did it end up?
I don't know. Maybe they drowned.
That's good, though. I must remember that one.
Tell me, how is it, being in the service of Sir Radzig?
Well, it's a wonder he took me on at all after I lost his sword in Scalise. But it's great. For someone like me, I lost everything, and he gave me a second chance. And even a new home of sorts, if you know what I mean.
I understand. I'm glad you found your feet with Sir Radzig. That you found your place in the world again, and that...
Yeah. Don't worry. You'll surely find your place too, eventually.
I hope so.
Listen, when she visits you, the Virgin Mary, what does she look like?
Like I said, like that picture above the altar. She just appears in a kind of golden glow, in a blue cloak.
And then?
Then she beckons to me, and things start to appear. Pictures of all kinds. They look like the paintings in church, but moving. Glowing with fire and lots of colours and this golden light.
My, that's really something. How is Matthias doing?
No change. He's lying in a fever and nothing helps. I'm really afraid for him.
He'll get better, don't you worry. He's a tough little bugger. No fever is going to beat him.
I hope you're right. Actually, it does look like his fever is dropping a bit, but maybe that's just wishful thinking.
Johanker, what are you actually going to do when we get to the market square?
Actually, I haven't thought about it much. I have to pass on the message from Our Lady to the people. So I'll stand somewhere and tell them what I saw in my dream. Like the itinerant preachers who are always wandering around the land.
I see. And have you ever done anything like that?
No, I haven't. But it can't be all that hard, can it?
I couldn't say. But I'm sure you can do it.
Our Lady will guide me. Right, girl. Time to go and spread the word of the Blessed Virgin. But how am I to begin? I'll address them at the start as friends, and then we'll... Henry, I'm a bit worried. I never spoke to people like that before. I've no idea what to say. They'll all laugh at me.
Don't worry, you can do it. People will swallow anything, believe me. Just start with something that will grab their attention. Like that the Blessed Virgin visited you. That should do it. And once you've got their ears, give them the important part. Nothing could be easier.
Maybe for you. Why don't you do it instead if it's that easy?
I would. Only the Virgin Mary didn't choose me. Remember? Don't worry about it. People always want to hear something sensational. They'll be hanging on your every word, and I'll be there with you.
All right. Thanks, Henry. Nothing could be easier. Yeah, all right. Here goes. Good luck, then. The Virgin Mary. The Virgin Mary came to me in a dream. And she showed me things. Things I've never seen before. A great city. A great and beautiful city it was. Great and beautiful. With many, many spires. Tall spires. Golden in the sunlight. And around the city was a mighty wall. All this she showed to me. But then the city was suddenly engulfed in flames. The earth began to shake and the gate burst open. Holes opened up in the ground and from them beasts of hell leapt forth. They broke down the walls and stormed the city through the broken gate. And the beasts hunted down all the sinners. They sank their fangs into their burning flesh and tore them to pieces mercilessly. And the sinners screamed and tried to flee them, but it was in vain. But then Our Lady appeared. Mary, the Holy Mother of God. She covered the whole city in her cloak, smothered the flames, and drove out the beasts. The penitent sinners came out of the city, knelt before the Virgin in prayer, and thanked her for their salvation. That is the vision that came to me. And I believe this message was not meant for me alone. It was a warning to us all. We are those sinners, and we must once again build those mighty walls. Not from stone or wood, but from virtue and love for our neighbor. And whoever has sinned and acted unrighteously must repent and change their ways.
Sucker. That lass doesn't hold
Isn't
back.
she that lass?
But there's
who
truth
wrote for
in what
Brother
she says,
Nicodemus?
no doubt.
The girl was right.
She spoke well. I'd like to see that.
Johanka,
Not now. Please. I need peace and quiet for a while. I must sit down.
please. It's very important. The way you spoke, it sounded so true. I even had a feeling the earth shook beneath my feet when you spoke. I have some trouble, and I didn't know who to go to until I heard you speak.
Not now. Please. I can't.
But you were just talking about helping your neighbor.
All right, but quickly, I beg you.
It's about my husband, Ambrose, the tailor. He's good to me. He's an honest tradesman and a skilled one. But he keeps playing dice. He sits at that table late into the night, and more than once he lost a small fortune.
I'm sorry to hear that. But I don't know how I could help.
I want him to stop, but he won't listen to me. I'm at a loss what to do. I thought maybe if you were to go and have a word with him...
Oh, all right. I'll come and see you when I have some time to spare.
Thank you. Thank you kindly.
My word, Johanka. That speech of yours on the square. I swear I never heard anything like it in my life.
Let's talk about it later. Right now, Guta, the Sasau tailor's wife, came to talk to me and she was quite desperate. Did you hear?
Yes, I heard everything. So give her some advice then.
But I don't know what to tell her. Our Lady didn't prepare me for anything like that.
Oh, that's what you wanted, isn't it? Your words didn't fall on deaf ears, and now you can't let people down when they come to you.
I suppose you're right. We ought to try and do something.
We?
Be quiet and think. We have to find a way.
Jesus, you're really full of holy fire.
Stop blaspheming and start thinking how we can get Ambrose to give up his dice playing.
Supposing Ambrose were to lose enough to make him regret it. If he were to lose something really important. Mal was used to scold me by saying, one day you'll go too far and then you'll be sorry.
That's it, Henry. Ambrose has to realize for himself how he's harming others, and most of all his wife and himself. Thank you.
Glad to be of help.
But I can't go anywhere. Never mind playing dice in taverns. I've too much work to do. But you could.
All right, I'll see what I can do.
Thank you, Henry. Go and see the tailor's wife and sort it out with her. I have to go back now. God be with you.
Cabbage! Cabbage! Green cabbage! Hit before it goes brown.
Good morning.
Johanka sent me. She asked me to help you with your trouble.
She did? That's wonderful, but she said she'd come herself.
Well, she's up to her ears in work, and besides, we figured your husband wouldn't pay much attention to a woman, since he doesn't even listen to you.
I'm afraid that's true. What now, though?
Well, Johanka thought it would help if Ambrose saw how playing dice was no good either for himself or for you.
Ha! I've been telling him off about it for years to no avail. I even took his dice several times, but he always gets new ones.
You won't get anywhere telling him off. Ambrose has to realize it for himself. If he lost everything he has to me, that would teach him a lesson. And then I'd talk to him man to man.
Oh, God, no. I want him to stop playing, not to lose the roof over our heads.
No, don't worry. Whatever I win from him, I'll give it back to you. But first, he really has to believe he's lost everything.
Do you swear, by the Virgin Mary, to give everything back?
I swear I'll give back every last groschen, as the Virgin Mary is my witness.
Very well, then. If you think it'll help, take him for everything he has.
Where can I find Ambrose?
He's not here now. He's getting ready for a trip to Kuttenberg, on some business or other. No doubt you'll find him at the inn. You'd better hurry if you want to catch him. He said he wants to leave soon.
Do you think he'll want to play with me?
Well, he promised not long ago he'd quit. But I'll believe it when I see it. He'll keep playing, especially when he's had a drink or two. And if he's feeling lucky, he'll lose his head entirely and play till the early hours.
All right. Thanks for the advice.
Goodbye.
Look, smell. Aren't they They lovely.
Our Lord's tasty. Good on that for frying.
Garlic, carrots.
Yeah. Well, Goodman Ambrose.
Yes? Is there something I can do for you?
I heard you were about to leave for Kuttenberg.
Aye. Sir Sebastian von Berg ordered new clothes and he won't settle for anything but the best. I have to go and buy some fine linen, brocade and other things. I'm taking 600 groschen to pay for it all. I'll make him the finest garments ever.
Ah, I see. Well, Sir Sebastian's a man who doesn't like to be disappointed.
True indeed. I'll be on my way just as soon as the horse is shod and the wagon hitched up. Good day to you.
Let's have a drink together to pass the time while you're waiting, eh? On me.
That's kind of you, lad. Good luck. Good health.
May it serve you.
You look like a fellow who's been around. Tell me, what's going on in the countryside? Are the roads safe?
Oh, it's safer in the province now. There was a pack of enemy cutthroats holed up in Pribyslavitz, north of Talmberg. Mercenaries, bandits, Cumans and other rabble. But we attacked them and smashed them to pieces. So yes, the roads are safer now.
My word. And who led the attack?
Sir Radzig Kobyla, the royal hetman. Let's drink to Sir Radzig.
Yes, to the bold Sir Radzig Kobyla.
And Captain Robard of Talmberg was there too, fighting bravely. We must drink to him too.
To the brave Captain Robard.
Well, there was a band of brigands on the rampage in the province. They attacked the stud farm at Neuhof, killed old Smill, the owner, and torched the stables.
So it's true then. I heard some talk about it, but I thought it was exaggerated. Maybe I should take an escort with me.
Captain Bernard wasn't going to let that go. He rode out right away with his company to comb the countryside for those Horsens.
Good. Let's drink to the success of his mission.
Quite right. Let's drink to his valor. Sigismund's hordes attacked Skalitz, razed the castle, pillaged the whole area, and slaughtered a lot of people.
I heard, lad. I heard. God have mercy on those poor souls.
They didn't get everyone, though. Some people took refuge in the castle, and during a nighttime storm, Sir Radzig led them to safety through a secret passage, right under the enemy's nose.
That was smart. And brave.
Certainly was. Let's drink to Sir Radzig.
To the quick-witted Sir Radzig.
Did you hear what happened in Merhayed?
No. What happened there?
Some bandits attacked the locals.
God have mercy. It seems that's the lot of decent folk on this earth. Some fucker thinks he can take what he wants by the sword, and there's damn little you can do about it.
Ah, but the villagers weren't such an easy mark. They stood up to them and put up a fight. They even managed to take one captive.
Good on them. That's what those bastards deserve.
But it didn't end with that. Some pestilence broke out, and people thought it was the plague.
God have mercy on us.
It turned out it wasn't the plague, though. Those murdering bastards poisoned the wells there.
The low-down whoresons. They ought to hang. The lot of them.
Let's drink to this. May all the Horsons get the end they deserve, whether by blade or by rope.
May they die screaming. And while they live, may their mouths turn into arseholes.
That'd save us all a lot of trouble. You'd know right away who you're dealing with. So, you're going to Kuttenberg, eh?
That's right.
That's nice. I've never been there. What's it like?
Ah, it's great, lad. Grand it is. Kuttenberg is a big town, strong walls, and more churches than you'd count on your fingers. Even the king himself has a palace there, and it's packed with people. When there's a fair, the whole town is on its feet. You've never seen the like. But the city elders are troubled now. Sigismund and his army are camped near the town, and nothing good can come of that.
May you arrive there safe and sound, Ambrose. Here's to your safe journey.
May it pass quickly and without incident. Ah, said enough. Now you tell me something.
Well, enough chat. How about a little game before you set off? To pass the time.
Sure, one little game to pass the time. That doesn't even count, does it?
Ah, not even worth mentioning in confession. Hey! Let's do it then. I'll wager 12 score groschen.
240? You must be very rich or mad, lad. No one plays for that much without seeing how his luck is going first.
As you
6 score groschen.
Jesus, that's too much. I thought it was to be a friendly game to pass the time, no?
3 score groschen.
That's quite a pile. But I have a feeling fortune's on my side today. All right. May the best man win. That'll do me. We'll see. This'll be the one.
Sakra. I almost had you.
A bit of practice is what you need, lad. You'll get the hang of it in time.
Time? But I need that coin now. Come on, then. You have to give me a chance to get my groschen back.
You can try, but don't blame me if you lose what you have left.
Sure, whatever. Let's play.
I tank it here.
Ah, fuck it. Let's make it 600.
Jesus. That's an awful lot of money. I've got it, but it's for buying cloth. No, that's too much.
Ah, to hell with it. 18 score.
For Christ's sake, lad, steady on. 360 groschen is an awful lot to risk on the roll of a dice.
Our wager 9 score.
I'm in. I reckon I've got a lucky hand today. So bring it on. We'll see.
Here you are, and good health.
That'll do me. No one ever died from throwing dice, you know.
My pleasure.
That's it. Cussed luck! You can throw again, you know. We'll see.
Christ, those damn dice are hexed.
Ah, bollocks. There's nothing wrong with the dice. It's all in the wrist action.
Oh, wrist my arse. Save the advice and let's play. I'll show you. I'll wager 600 groschen. No, put up everything you have and I'll match it.
You can't be serious. You don't have that much money. And then you'll try and wriggle out of it.
Ah, but I do. Look. So, what do you say?
All right. If you insist. Just remember, a wager lost is a debt of honor.
Don't worry. I won't forget. On my word.
Why, oh why did I ever agree to this? I'll lose my shirt again. That won't happen again. Surely?
Groschen for me.
Herr Gott. 600 groschen. Oh my God, what have I done? That money was for buying cloth. What shall I do now?
Right out. I've only got 2 hands.
Actually, it wasn't by chance that I ran into you. It was the Virgin Mary who sent me to you.
What are you talking about? Are you trying to make a fool of me?
No, I mean it.
Coming right
My
up.
friend Johanka has been visited in her dreams by Our Lady, and she's been passing her message on to the people about amending their ways and repenting for their sins, like playing games of hazard, for example. You see how easily you were tempted into wagering everything you had on dice? You're bringing misfortune down on yourself and your family.
Yeah, you're right. I got carried away. But what am I to do now?
Repent and do penance for your sins. Ask God for forgiveness and swear by the Blessed Virgin never to pick up dice again.
You're right. My passion for dice has gone too far. I'll do what you say.
And give me those dice, so they don't tempt you to play again. I'll throw them down a well where they can't put sinful thoughts in your head.
But those aren't just any old dice that you can get anywhere. They bring luck. Well, mostly.
Ambrose.
Here we are.
I don't play with them much. I keep them hidden away for special occasions. Oh, all right. Here you are. Listen, Henry.
One ale over here.
The money you won from me, do you think maybe I could get it back? I've learned my lesson, I swear. But now I have to go and buy that cloth, and I can't pay for it.
You've seen the error of your ways. That's all I wanted. I never intended to take your money. Here, have it back. And next time, be more sensible about what you do with it.
Thank you, Henry. You're an honourable man. God bless you.
You won't be hurting anyone anymore, as long as you stay there.
Yeah. Yeah.
For the love of God!
I see things are looking up for you. You even got a roof over your head. I'm glad you don't have to sleep in that stable anymore. And it seems the overseer coughed up a groschen or two in the end, eh?
Yes. I'm glad too, but it's a little bit complicated. Monastery affairs, you know. I won't bother you with the details.
What about the custodian? Is he leaving you alone now?
Yes, yes. He hasn't been here for a while. Can we just talk about something else, please?
What's got into you? You're not yourself at all. Is something wrong?
Oh, Henry. If only you knew.
What's the matter?
Sir Sebastian. He kept coming here. Always bringing me gifts. A dress. A piece of jewelry. He was so persistent. I was completely worn out from everything. And he was the only one here who showed me any sympathy. Any understanding. He was quite kind, actually. And then once... more than once, I... went with him. Then he had this room cleared out. And gave it to me.
I won't tell anyone, I promise. But what you did was bad. Whatever the reason. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
I know. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. But it's all over. I swear. Since I started having those dreams, I haven't been with him. I sold all the things he gave me and bought food and supplies for the sick. I still feel terrible about it. I think maybe it's because of me that Matthias isn't getting better. If I had been more virtuous...
Don't be so hard on yourself. The important thing is you ended it, and you tried to make amends.
I'm so ashamed, Henry. Please forgive me, and don't tell Matthias or anyone else, I beg you.
I won't breathe a word. I promise.
Thank you, Henry. Thank you. I feel relieved for telling you. You're so understanding.
Goodbye.
Please, go away.
It's not your fault. He took advantage of you. Stop punishing yourself. You've got an important mission before you. If you were such a terrible sinner, the Blessed Virgin wouldn't have chosen you, would she?
No. I suppose you're right. Thanks, Henry.
How is Matthias doing?
I think he's getting better. It looks like his fever's fallen. Sometimes we even talk for a while. I just hope he doesn't relapse again.
Nah, he'll pull out of it. You'll see. My word, Johanka. That's...
So...
I'm at a loss for words. It was great. It sounded almost like it wasn't you at all. I never expected you'd say such things. Flames, a golden city, beasts of hell. It was awe-inspiring. You even put the fear of God into me. I heaved a sigh of relief when the Virgin Mary came and everything ended well. It was the best sermon I ever heard. I mean it.
Oh, thank you, Henry. I don't even know how I did it. I just opened my mouth and the words came by themselves. What about other people? What did they say?
I'd say they liked it. Everyone was quite spellbound.
Oh, that's a good thing, isn't it? And do you think it made sense? That it was clear what I wanted to say?
Oh yes, clear as day. It was a warning about our sinfulness. If we're virtuous, Our Lady will protect us against the demons.
Yes, that's what I think her message was. Thank you, Henry. I'm glad you were there with me.
So am I. I wouldn't have missed it for the world. I went to see the tailor's wife, like you wanted.
Oh, and how did it go?
I think it turned out well. Ambrose admitted he was overdoing it with the dice playing and promised to quit.
That's great news, Henry. You've helped him and his wife a lot. Thank you. You're a true friend. I think this is exactly what the Blessed Virgin wants from us.
How are things going otherwise?
You wouldn't believe what happened. One of the bathhouse wenches came to me.
Oh? What does she want?
She said she wanted to find a different job. Something more virtuous. She said she decided to change her life after listening to me on the square.
See what you're capable of? Our Lady didn't pick you for nothing. You help everyone around you. I think you're really great, Johanka.
That's very sweet of you, Henry. Thank you. If only there were more like that, though.
Yes, indeed.
Maybe I know of someone. Someone told me about a prostitute who works at the baths in Ledechko.
There's lots of prostitutes around, not just in Ledechko.
True, but every soul is precious to God. And Ledechko isn't too far from here. I think we should try it.
But how?
I'm not sure, but maybe we could persuade her to give up what she's doing and find a different job. If she works at the baths, she'll surely have knowledge of some basic things.
What basic things? Laundry?
No, she'd know about healing wounds, health-giving decoctions, bloodletting and the like. And I could certainly use a second pair of hands here.
You're right. I'll head off right now. If it's the will of the Blessed Virgin, it must be done.
Henry, please try and convince her. I can find a place for her here. Take care.
Christ, you're
Would you like to leave here and live a different life?
Why would I want to do that?
So you wouldn't be living in sin?
What? Do you take me for some whore? I cut people's hair.
Oh, sorry. No offense. Isn't there someone here who I could help?
Well, I've heard Adela talking about how she'd like a different life. Ask Madam about her. God bless.
If you want to go inside, you'll have to wait until tomorrow. If it...
Huh?
We're closed.
Really?
The water in the tubs has turned to blood.
Water turned to blood? You're having me on, right?
I wouldn't have believed it myself if I hadn't seen...
Nothing then.
Sorry, but there's nothing I can do about it.
She's sitting right outside the door. She can hear everything, but she don't dare interfere. Let her listen. Let them all listen. So turn... Hey, what the fuck? You footpad!
Back for this.
You've gone too far, young man. What got into you? Beating my customers. How the hell did you even get in here?
What in God's name have you done?
I saved you.
Oh my God. Headson will kill me if Marouche doesn't first.
Everything will be all right. You're Adela, aren't you?
Yes. And does my saviour have a name?
I'm Henry. Leave this place. I'll help you.
What? Why? What are you on about?
You don't have to live in this rat hole anymore. We'll leave together.
Who gave you that idea?
Johanka.
What Johanka are you talking about, for God's sake?
Don't take the Lord's name in vain.
Since when did you get so devout?
It was Johanka's doing.
Oh, who is this woman?
She's from Skalitz, like me. Just an innocent girl.
They all claim that.
But she really is. Well, that is, she was.
Ha! So what did she do? Did she go with a man for money too?
Only to help others.
Oh, I bend over backwards here to help others.
It was only on account of her that the wounded from Skalitz got to Sasau. Although they didn't have it easy there either.
I heard they took them in at the monastery.
Aye, but they didn't exactly bend over backwards to help them there. Johanka had to take care of them on her own. Most of them wouldn't have lived without her. And to get some extra supplies for them, she succumbed to the custodian there.
For them? She had nothing out of it for herself.
She only did it for them.
My. I don't think I've ever met anyone like that.
Look, when I came to see her the first time, after Skalitz, she was destroyed. And they wanted to drive her out of the monastery. She could have just gone. But she didn't want to stop helping the others.
But what's any of that got to do with me?
It was Johanka who sent me to you.
But I don't even know her. Why would she send you to me?
It was a revelation from the Virgin Mary.
A revelation? How?
The Blessed Virgin started visiting Johanka in her dreams.
Visiting?
Well, that's how Johanka put it. Like visitations in which she spoke to her. And according to these visitations, she believes she has a duty to save sinners.
And you believe in these visitations?
Yes. I believe.
I'd like to believe too.
Well, why don't you try it then?
How? Like I should just drop everything here, pack my things and go off to see someone I don't even know?
Why not?
It's madness. It's like starting all over from the beginning.
And why did you become,
A prostitute.
Yeah.
If you're expecting to hear some touching tale about a poor girl tossed around by fate, you'll be disappointed. I didn't want a husband, and I needed money.
So just for money?
What do you think I do it for? Love? Have you got a problem with that?
Well, yes. Money isn't everything, you know.
So what else should I do, in your opinion?
You can just find yourself a different livelihood.
Why? What's wrong with the one I have?
You don't care that you're living in sin.
So? Virtue won't put food on my table.
Man cannot live by bread alone.
I'll wager you've never known real hunger.
Oh, I have. Believe me. But I never sold my soul on account of it.
I wish I had that kind of will. I'm not sure. I don't think it's all that bad here.
Haven't you ever thought of doing something different?
Like what?
Well, wouldn't you like to help the sick?
That's a lot of work, isn't it?
Yes. But you'd have nothing to be ashamed of.
I suppose not. I'm still not sure.
What about when you get older? Do you think the men will still come to you?
That's true, unfortunately.
You can't go on like this forever. You could catch some nasty disease.
What do you know about such things?
I've seen plenty, believe me. Maybe too much.
Oh, sorry. I try not to think too much about that.
Well, maybe you should. The apothecary in Rat-Eye could tell you a lot about the ailments people come to him with.
You know, you might be right about some things.
So you'll leave it?
But how? Where would I go? What would I live on?
Wouldn't you like to help in the infirmary at Sasau Monastery?
Would they let me?
You're a bath maid who knows something about healing. They'd be glad to have you.
But where will I live?
Well, there, of course. It's modest, but you'll have everything you need.
I'm not used to much anyway.
See then? I reckon you've nothing to worry about.
All right. Will we go right away?
We can go right now. Come on then.
All right. I'll just say farewell to the girls and pack a few things. Mother of God, I'm all in a flutter. To pack up and go, just like that.
You're doing the right thing. You'll see.
Goodbye.
I told you I wasn't done with you yet. I'll hang you up by the balls from the nearest tree,
What
and then
are
I'll
you
get
eating?
what I...
Tired of life, are you?
Come here, lily liver. What's the matter? Come on.
No more fooling around.
You'll get what's for. I'm going to enjoy this.
Are you alright?
Yes, I'm fine. It's you they were after mostly. And are you all right?
Ah, just a scratch or two. Those idiots didn't know who they were taking on.
Good. The sooner we go, the better. I don't want to stay here any longer.
Let's go then.
God be with you.
Here we are. Give it a while and you'll be happy here. Believe me.
Oh, Henry. I'm starting to have a good feeling about this. Maybe I'll really find happiness here.
I'm sure you will. Johanka will take care of you. She's very good at that.
You know, you're the first one to do something for me, without expecting anything. And I don't have anything to give you, unless... if you wanted. For one last time, together.
One last time. Why not?
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Johanka's a shameless wretch and a sinner. She's lost her mind and doesn't know what.
For the love of God!
I went to Ledetsko like you asked me.
And? How did it turn out?
You were right. Turned out well with Adela. I persuaded her to leave her trade and find a more virtuous job. She's here for you.
That's great news!
I promised her you take care of her, and I brought her here. She'll help you take care of the sick and injured, like you wanted.
You did a great job, Henry. Thank you. Of course I'll take care of her. We can't let her down now.
And how are things going here?
Much the same as always. There are always wounded and sick people. I'm on my feet from morning till night. But Matthias is better. I'm glad about that. There's these troublemakers, though.
Troublemakers?
Aye. While you were gone, some thugs came here and kicked around the gifts that people brought. Then they vanished before the guards got here.
Oh? Who were they?
I didn't see them at it, but there's some fellas hanging around now by the entrance to the monastery. Maybe that's them? And whenever I go into town, they take liberties with me.
Take liberties how? Did they hurt you?
No, they just make all sorts of offensive comments on account of me speaking on the square. And when someone comes to see me, they make trouble for them. So now, almost no one wants to come here. Maybe you could have a word with them?
Alright, I'll see what I can do.
Thanks, Henry. Let me know how it goes, alright?
Goodbye.
She's a loose woman. Honest folk. God be with you, my good man.
Likewise, pilgrim.
And to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit?
Who sent you here?
Sent us? No one but the Holy Spirit and our Christian duty.
I see. Well, my Christian duty prompts me to give a bit of coin to those in need. What do you say? Are you in need?
Well, thanks for the, alms. Listen, here's how it is. Some of the important citizens here don't care for Johanka talking nonsense about visitations from the Virgin Mary. And there are certain good wives who think she's up to no good. They don't like it that their husbands are hanging around here. And there's talk that she's got something with the custodian and who knows who else. And we're just here to warn decent people about the iniquities going on here.
Uh-huh. Is that so? Well, now you've warned me, you can clear off.
Well, I'm afraid we don't want to do that.
Get the hell out of here and leave Johanka and everyone else here in peace. Got it?
Ah, we'd love to oblige, but we really don't feel like going anywhere. Sorry.
Look here, you joker. I want you to clear off and leave Johanka alone. Now, I'm sure you wouldn't be so stupid as to turn down a few groschen.
Well, if your purse talks as boldly as you do... All right, we'll be going.
Glad to hear it. I dealt with those troublemakers. They won't be coming back in a hurry.
Thanks, Henry. I thought they'd never go. You didn't say anything about it to the custodian, did you?
He knows nothing about it. You don't think I need the help of Sir Sebastian to deal with a few thugs, do you?
Good. I wouldn't want him to think I'm in distress.
Oh? Why's that?
Nothing. It's not important. Listen, there's some merchant staying at the Wagoner's Inn who's been asking after me. Would you go with me to see him? I know those thugs are gone, and it should be safe now, but...
Of course I'll go. It's only a stone's throw after all.
Pavel of Colin, I believe you were asking for me?
Thank you for coming, Johanka. I hope you're not offended by this meeting place. I apologize, but I feel a little confused in your presence. It's your preaching. In truth, I don't know whether I'm speaking to you or the Virgin Mary.
Quite the Madonna is our Johanka. All she's missing is an infant in her arms.
And a blue cloak and a halo? No, no. I believe the Blessed Virgin speaks through me, that's all. Just like Henry's miraculous wit speaks through him. What is it you wanted to see me about, Pavel?
Divine Providence led me back to Sasau after many years, and by the same grace I heard the words you preached, and my eyes were opened.
Just as the Blessed Virgin wanted. Are you troubled by some sin, Pavel?
I've encountered many things in my life, but I never before heard a true prophetess speaking. And you're right. It came to me that it was time for me to make amends for my sin of long ago, and I decided to do some deed for the common good.
You speak very eloquently, Pavel, though a bit mysteriously. I'm not sure I understand you.
I notice you have an armed escort with you.
Henry is my protector, helper, and good friend. Because not everyone in Sasau hears the words of the Virgin with the same piety as you.
This may be yet another ray of divine providence. You see, I'm looking for someone with an adventurous but honest soul. Someone who would find some wealth that I lost and donate it all to the deserving in Sasau.
Aha! Henry here could be just the man you need.
Is that so, Henry?
You won't find a more adventurous soul in these parts.
You speak boldly. That pleases me. Johanka, I'd like to thank you kindly for your visit. I don't wish to detain you any longer.
If you feel we've said all that needs to be said, I'll leave you and Henry to discuss things alone.
So,
Johanka is an exceptional person with an important mission, wouldn't you say?
it's a great honor that Our Lady chose her. For her and for us.
If we were only 1/10 as humble as she, eh?
Anyway, what is it you want help with?
It's like this. In the last year of Emperor Charles's reign, I came here to Sasau to close a profitable deal, but it didn't turn out entirely as planned, and I was obliged to hide some of my money in the woods near the town. Who would even imagine that in the ruins of an old settlement lies a real treasure trove? I tried to go and recover it myself, and I can be glad that I didn't pay for that attempt with my life, as you've probably noticed.
Yes. You look like you were mauled by a pack of enraged squirrels.
The truth is even more absurd. I simply lost my footing and tumbled downhill. No doubt another divine sign that I ought to leave the search to someone such as yourself.
Your guardian angel must have had his work cut out, keeping you from running into Cuman patrol. Where is this treasure of yours, then?
I'll describe the way there. You can enter the woods between the quarry and the marshland. You can see the spot from here. There's a small stream that flows into the river. Following it upstream seems simple enough, but actually it took me a long time getting up that slope. As I already said, I tripped and rolled quite a way down, after which I considered it wiser to abandon my search. As if that weren't enough, I lost my hat there.
Well, maybe it'll still be there. Unless it's been devoured by some boar with good taste in clothing.
Who knows? If you should find it, you're welcome to have it. As you can see, I've already got a new one. Anyway, at the point where I fell, there's a forest track that joins the stream. If you follow it closely, and you'll need to keep your eyes peeled, you'll come upon the ruins of a settlement. And in one of those ruins, the money is stashed.
Right, quarry, stream, path, ruins. I should be able to remember that. And I should bring the treasure to you.
Actually, I'd rather you made the donation for me. I'm in no shape for running around now. Just come back when you've found it, or not. Meanwhile, I'll give some thought to who we shall donate the money to. Agreed?
Now, how could I refuse a pleasant stroll in the countryside? I'll be happy to go and look for your stash.
You are indeed an adventurous soul, Henry. As I recall, I hid there not only a large amount of groschen, but also something else. Nothing valuable, just a dagger which will be rusty by now. Please bring that to me too, as a memento. Good luck, Henry, and thank you.